Hello friends, good morning all of you, and let's begin for today's class. Okay, so I think that today very less students are joined. Only I can see 28 students are there. Okay, so see those students who are going to join maybe after 5 minutes. I have been waiting for since 5 minutes. So our lecture starts at maybe 10 o'clock. And we start after 10:05, and even then students are not joining on time, so that is not fair, and henceforth you'll not be allowed to enter into the class if you're joining after 5 minutes. Okay, so therefore everybody just take note of it that you're not joining late, or you might be kept waiting, or you will not be allowed to join this class. All right, so again just see that this is another day, another 24 hours, and there is another opportunity to learn something new today. So your thinking, your thought process should be different than others. So whatever you think, whenever you wake up early in the morning, so that decides your day. And if you are coming across with negativity, negative thoughts, negative people, and maybe negative situations, they will affect your energy, creativity, everything, and so you may not be able to perform well, and that will just drain your energy. So to avoid these things, when you wake up early in the morning, you should plan your day, and accordingly you just think what you can do. You should think like this, that your day today you're going to make it better than yesterday, like that you're progressing in every aspect. Okay, you're doing better in every way, in all aspects you're doing better. Such kind of thought process should be there, so that you can be positive and you can be motivated, and that is going to help you a lot, because those things which you feel very tough, which are difficult, even they can be also easy when you are motivated. And when you are not motivated, in that case maybe simple things becomes complicated. And so therefore, to avoid those things, you just take note of this, and just always stay motivated, stay inspired, learn every day something. As far as English communication is concerned, every day you should find new words, new sentences. You should write them into notebook, try to speak, and just develop yourself in a better way. Okay, so with this positive note, we people will start toward the class. That last time what we people have done, we people started adjectives, we finished the tenses, and we people started towards the next part, and that is going to be adjectives. I think that in short I have given you a brief idea also about what adjective means to you, and in today's session we will go for the detailed part of adjective. So I hope
Hello,
that
sir.
Yes.
सर खूप साऱ्या मुलांना प्रॉब्लेम यायला लागला सर. होस्ट विल मेट यू सून म्हणते सर.
फर्स्ट
त्याने वेटिंग रूम मध्ये ठेवलंय.
मग हेच मी सुरुवातीला सांगितलं ना, की टाइम आपला क्लास जॉईन करायचा, इट इज अप टू 10:05. इट इज लाईक दिस. ओके, अँड इफ यू आर attending it as per your convenience, maybe after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes, you're coming, at any time you're coming, in that case maybe you're going to face difficulty. So you just tell them, join the class on time.
Okay sir.
So I hope that voice is clear and screen is also visible.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let's begin now. So adjective is a word that describes noun. We people have studied last time about student. We have taken an example of student, and we decided to find more and more words which can describe student. It can be good student, bad student, clever student, bright student, obedient student, something like that. We people have studied. So adjective is a word that describes noun. Okay, so let's go for next slide here. And this next slide tells you what exactly adjective means to you. And here also you can just see, it says any word which describes the quality or nature or quantity of a noun is called adjective. Okay, so you just try to understand. Describing means adding some information.
Slide दिसत नाही sir.
Okay, next slide is not visible. Okay, I will share it again. Okay, is it visible now?
Okay, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So any word which describes the quality, nature, or quantity of noun. So that can be adjective. And we people have studied last time. So here also some examples given. It says first of all boy. Okay, so when we say boy, so you'll come to know good. When we say good boy, it text we get to know there is a quality. So what kind of boy? Good boy. So we come to know about quality. Big city, that is also quality. Honest man, here also you come to know that you people are just getting these words as an adjective which add some more information about the noun boy, noun city, noun man, and we get some information about them. Okay, so let's go to the next slide here. And here you'll come to know where exactly do we use adjectives in a sentence. You know that we use adjectives with the nouns. Okay, but if it is with the nouns, in that case, where exactly before noun or after noun. So based on that, here a kind of classification that you people will get, that can be attributive adjective and predicative adjective. So when it is attributive adjective, what it mean? Attributive means when adjective is used before noun, so that time that is called attributive. And if adjective is used after noun, in that case it will be called predicative adjective. Okay, so in that case you just try to understand some examples which are mentioned here. So she is a beautiful girl. So you just tell me which is the noun in this sentence. Which is noun?
Girl.
Beautiful.
I'm asking noun. So noun is girl. Okay, and now for this girl, what additional information we are getting from the word? That is
Beautiful.
beautiful. So what is beautiful here? Beautiful is adjective. Okay, so if it is adjective, it is coming before the noun. So girl is noun, and before girl we have used beautiful. So this adjective is called attributive adjective. He is an honest and clever student. So in this sentence you'll come to know student is noun. Okay, and here there are two adjectives. One is honest, one is clever. Okay, and here honest and clever, they are coming before noun. Okay, and so therefore these adjectives are also attributive because they are coming before the noun. Here you'll come to know examples, same examples, but there are the adjectives which are after noun. Okay, so this girl is beautiful. So girl is noun, and here beautiful is coming after noun. So therefore it is, who is this? Vishal Kolekar. If you want to attend the class, you just attend it sincerely, otherwise you can leave. There is no need to do such kind of activities here. Next, this student is honest and clever. So student is here, and after student adjectives are coming honest and clever. So these adjectives are predicative. So in a sentence you can use adjective before noun, also you can use after noun also. If it is before noun, that can be attributive. If it is after noun, that can be predicative. That you just try to understand. Okay, then let's go to the next slide here. On the next slide, you people are able to see some of the types here, and those types you can just try to wrap up. First of all, we can say adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, demonstrative adjectives, distributive adjectives, interrogative adjectives, possessive adjectives, exclamatory adjectives. These are some of the types. Adjectives of quality, they will talk about the quality of noun. Adjectives of quantity, they'll talk about the quantity of the noun. Adjectives of number, they'll talk about the number of noun. When it is a demonstrative adjective, in that case they're going to demonstrate. Demonstrate means to just show or to point out some nouns, that will be demonstrative adjectives. Then next here it says distributive adjectives. So when it is distributive adjective, it mentions or it refers to everyone, or it gets distributed. Interrogative adjectives, they are used to ask questions. So interrogative adjectives. Possessive adjectives, I think that while learning pronoun, we people have studied possessive adjectives also. So possessive adjectives show some possession. We'll see it later on. Exclamatory adjectives. In an exclamatory sentences, you people will find exclamatory adjectives are also used to describe nouns. Okay, so examples we people will see of these types in the following slides. So let's go to the next slide here, and on this next slide we are able to see adjective of quality that we people are going to look here. Okay, so quality itself suggests it will be about quality. They will talk about that what you would like to just think of the noun in terms of quality. Okay, so they are used to describe quality of the noun. In simple words, that is quite obvious. There is nothing difficult or complicated to understand about adjective of quality. That simply talks about the quality of the noun. And here are some examples given, like big. So we can attach some nouns here with big. Can you give me some examples of noun with big? For example, big hall, like this. Big hall, big tree, big building, like this.
Big elephant.
Big elephant, yes, that's right.
Big city.
Big city, yes.
Big chapter.
Okay, big chapter is there. Yes, all right. For tall, what you can say? Yes, big palace. That's right, Sakshi. For tall,
Tall coconut tree.
tall coconut tree,
Tall tower.
tall tower,
Tall mountain. Tall person.
tall person, tall mountain. Okay, then go for small. With small, what we can attach? Which nouns we can attach with small? Yes, tall.
Small and
Small,
ant.
small ant,
Small village.
small village. Small baby, small tree. There are many. Okay, so you just think, because I think that you people are struggling to attach some nouns with these adjectives. Let's go here for honest. So you can say honest person, honest boy, honest lady, honest animal. You can say anything with honest. So example given here in sentence is, he is an honest person in the office. So you'll come to know here noun is person and honest is adjective. Okay, which is talking about the quality of the person. So what is quality of the person? The person is honest. Okay, Rohit is a clever student. Here student is noun and clever gives us more information about student. So what kind of student Rohit is? That is clever. Okay, so these are the adjectives of quality. Then let's go to the next slide. On next slide we are going to have adjectives of quality. Okay, so here you can talk about the adjectives of quality. So when you're thinking about the quality, They are used to describe the quantity in terms of how much. Okay, quantity in terms of how much you people are able to find out, or you can ask question with how much, and in that case you will get answer of the noun. Okay, some examples which are much. So you can say much time, much money, much sugar, much money, something like that. You can attach your enough practice, uh, enough medicine, enough anything. You can just think something about enough and you can just attach it. All students, all boys, all people, all farmers, something like this. Anytime, okay, any person, any student, few students, sufficient time, sufficient money, sufficient practice. So there are so many things, examples also that you can make it here with these adjectives of quantity. So in terms of quantity, you're not getting your exact numbers. When I say much time, so it does not clarify much time is how much. Okay, but we are just getting some quantity only. So when we say enough, we are not getting exact. So therefore, it is referring the quantity. He needs more money. So when we say he needs more money, so we are not getting exactly how much we are not referring, but more refers to the quantity here. She has enough time. Enough also expresses quantity. So this way, we people can use adjectives of quantity also. Then let's go to the next type on next slide, and this next type is about adjectives of number. So when we are just using referring to exact numbers and we can count them, in previous type we were not able to count them, that was how much, okay, and we cannot count them into number, but here you can get it how many, that is number, and you can count them, so that will be adjectives of number. So examples you can see here, all numbers like 1 2 3 4 5,000 and all countable numbers which are infinite numbers, they all will be adjectives of number. Okay, so for 500, these are just examples, but all numbers will come here. For example, in sentence you can read like this: I have 4 pens. Okay, so when you read here pens, so pens is noun, and that 4 gives us additional information about pen. So here 4 becomes adjective of number. Similar example, she has 2 children. So when we think of children, children is noun, and when we just think of 2 is number, which is giving more information about children. So 2 becomes adjective of number, like this. Okay, so there all numbers can be adjectives of number, but you know, adjectives of number can be classified or divided into these ways. So on next slide, you people may be able to see them and identify them. So first of all, we can have cardinal numbers. So what are cardinal numbers? Cardinal numbers are the numbers that we use for counting. Okay, so here you can see like this 1 2 3 and these infinite series. I have already told you that you can count them up to infinite numbers. So all these numbers are cardinal numbers: 1 2 3 4 5, thousand, hundreds, crores, something like this. Then we have ordinal numbers. So what are ordinal numbers? They're like place, position, or rank. For example, you can read here first. So first prize, first rank, first place. So first becomes adjective of number, but it is ordinal. Okay, so first, second, third, fifth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 100th. So they are also infinite. Okay, they are also here infinite numbers. Then indefinite numbers, I think that people have studied it in previous slide, like that they were the adjectives of quantity. So similar, but here how many? So when I say all students pass the exam, it means that students I can count. Okay, but if I cannot count, all means how much. In that case, it becomes adjectives of quantity, and if I know exact numbers, in that case they become adjectives of number. For example, many people were present. So when I say many people were present, in that case many I can count how many, so therefore many becomes adjectives of number here, but you can use them in adjectives of quantity also, that you need to understand here. Few, so they are also, so what we people have studied earlier. Here distributive numbers also, that you people can have each, either, every, neither. Okay, so each person was giving money. Okay, either of them were present, either of students were present, or every man was fighting. Okay, so you can just take some examples. Neither students were absent. So in case of either or neither, so it refers to two, and out of two, if either, it refers to both of them, and neither refers none of them. Okay, like this. But see, if it is either or neither nor, in that case it becomes conjunction. Okay, if it is either or, in that case it becomes conjunction. If it is neither nor, that becomes conjunction. That also you need to understand. But if it is only either, or if it is only neither, in that case that is going to be adjective of number, because they refer to two, like this. Okay, then on the next slide we are having another type. They're called demonstrative adjectives. Okay, so when you think of demonstrative adjectives, what do you understand? They are used to point out, they're used to answer the question which. Okay, so when you think which person, which place, which whatever, you are going to get answer, and with that the people will call it as adjectives, demonstrative adjectives. Okay, so here these demonstrative adjectives, we can classify them into two categories, one singular, another plural. So you'll come to know this and that, they're singular, such is also singular, such can be singular, such can be plural, these and those, they are plural. Additionally, these and these, they are used to show the things which are near to you. Okay, for example, when you say this pen is very beautiful, in that case this becomes you're pointing out something which is close to you. And these, which is plural, this is also used to show something which is close to you. On the other hand, that and those, they're used to point out something or whatever you are referring which is away from you. Okay, so that you need to understand. If something is near, you are going to refer it with this and these, and something is away, in that case you are going to refer it with that and those. Okay, this is also. So you can see examples of this, these, that, those in the, on the next slide. So let's go to the next slide here and try to see some of the examples of this category. So it says, this girl is my sister. So in this case, you'll come to know here girl is noun. Okay, and this is pointing out the girl. Which girl? You can use the word WH word which. Okay, so which girl is your sister? This girl. So in this case, this becomes here adjective. But which adjective? Demonstrative adjective. Why? Because it is pointing out the girl. Which girl? This girl. So therefore, this is demonstrative adjective. Next is that pen writes smoothly. Here also same, pen is noun, and before pen we're using that. So that is demonstrative adjective, which is pointing the pen. Okay, and here also you just try to understand, when we say this girl, that time the girl is near to you. When we say that pen, maybe pen is away from you. Okay, and here those people are hardworking people, noun, those adjective, adjective of demonstrative. Okay, demonstrative adjective. So you can find more examples of this category. So any questions up to far? I think that we are going very fast here. So let me ask someone if it is fine with you or some difficulties. So there is no response at all. I am asking if you have any questions, you can ask. Nobody wants to reply. Yes, we have problem, we don't have problem, we understand it, we are not understanding it. That is very fast, that is slow. Okay, those students who could not join the lecture or who were kept in waiting room, you people need to understand, you have to join the class on time. Okay, so otherwise the next time you people, again this time I allowed at least, next time you will not be allowed at all. So take note of this, that you are joining class on time, and maybe you're not going to be late. Okay, so fine. Let's go to the next slide. So now okay, fine. So I will try to reduce my speed. You just, all of you just pay attention. Your attention matters a lot. If you are with your complete attention, you understand it better. And if your attention gets divided, if you are just talking with someone, maybe you are in a noisy place, maybe you're doing some other things, in that case, you're not going to understand. So everyone ensure, if you want to understand, you have to be very attentive and just with pen and paper. So that should be the condition if you want to attend the class and you want to understand everything. Okay, so we will go a little bit slowly. Fine. So now we have distributive adjective. So we know the word distribution. So when we say distribute, maybe we divide something. Okay, so like this. So distributive adjective, they're used to point out every element. Okay, they're used to point out every element. For example, here when we say point out every element, there can be 5, 10, it can be 100. So from example we can say every man has his duties. So in this case we don't know how many, it may be 5, it may be 10, it may be 100 also. Okay, but out of those 100, when we use every refers to all those 100. Okay, every man refers to all numbers, so therefore they are distributive, they are dividing, and they're dividing to all of them, whatever it may be the number, so they are dividing to all of them. So therefore that is called every man has his duties. So man is noun here, every is talking more about man, so it is adjective and it is distributive adjective. Okay, like this. So some examples which are mentioned here: neither, each, every, either. Here also you can get that in previous slide also people studied, there were the adjectives which we can use for number, and we can use them for distributive adjective also. So another example is here: each person must take his seat. So when you say each person, so here again try to understand first of all noun. What is noun here? Person is noun. So before person, the word is each. So each is adjective. So here each is a distributive adjective. And here also similar. For example, there are 10 person. Okay. So each person refers to all these 10 person. Okay. So therefore each is distributive. And again with neither and either, again try to understand. If sentences either student paid their fees. So either student, it refers, either means out of two of them, both of them paid their fees. Okay, it is like this. And with neither, okay, if the sentence neither boys were happy. So here also neither refers to number two, and here they refer to the noun boy. Okay, so this way we people can use either and neither as an distributive adjective. But remember, I think that I have told you, if it is either or, in that case it becomes conjunction. If it is neither nor, that becomes conjunction. because conjunction is separate part and adjective is separate part. Then let's go to the next slide. Now here we have interrogative adjectives. They're very simple. Why? Because they're used to ask a question about the noun. Okay, they are used to ask a question about noun. In that case, that becomes interrogative adjective. And you know that WH words like what, which, whose, and many other also can be used to ask question. For example, here given example, what time is it? So here you have to always understand that it should come, WH word should come with noun. If you are just having another sentence like this, who are you? Okay, in this case, after who there is no any noun. Okay, so therefore who becomes interrogative pronoun. Yes, how is also WH word, Adesh. So WH words means words which are beginning with W and H. How many? So these are also WH words. Okay, so in this, who are you? Here it is who is not interrogative adjective. Okay, here it is interrogative pronoun. When, where, they are also when, where, but you need to use with when and where there should be noun. For example, here I'm giving what time. So after what we are using time. So if you are able to use any noun after when, where, or any noun with this WH word, in that case it will become interrogative adjective. Another example you people can see here, whose dog is this? So when you are going to see dog is noun, because adjective, what is adjective? In the beginning we have studied adjective describes what? Adjective describes noun. Okay, so there should be noun. If there is no noun, in that case it is not adjective at all. Okay, so whose dog is this? So here we are getting this additional information about dog. So whose is describing this dog, so therefore whose is interrogative adjective. The next one, which book are you reading? Okay, so which book are you reading? This is also having interrogative adjective, because you'll come to know book is noun and here which is interrogative adjective. Okay, so when and where they can be, if you are able to find such example with that, in that case. If you are not, if you are using only with when, in that case it will become interrogative pronoun, as I have given example of who. Here it is pronoun. Okay, with when you can make one example, when the function is going to start. Okay, or party, you can say party, function. So when the function, so here function is noun and when is referring to that, so therefore it can be interrogative adjective. Let's go to the next slide here, and on the next slide we have possessive adjectives. This part I already told you that we people have studied when we studied pronouns. At that time we people have studied it. So here you people can see my, our, your, his, her, their. All they're used to show possession. So what do you mean by to show possession? Something belongs to you, something that you have. For example, I have car, I have bungalow, I have some jewelry, something. It can be anything. Okay, so to show possession, to show ownership, these possessive adjectives are used. Okay, so with my, you can say my class, my college, my village, my brother, my sister. So in that all cases, in that all examples, my becomes possessive adjective. Okay, so like this, our home, our village, our nation, our state. Okay, our building, your car, your house, your friend, It can be anything. So see example given here, this is my house. So when you say my house, so my is adjective. Which adjective? Possessive adjective. Why it is possessive adjective? Because it shows possession. So house is noun here in this case. So this is possessive adjective. It is your car. So here is possessive adjective. It describes the car. Our farm is very green. Farm is noun. Our is possessive adjective. It is their responsibility. Whose responsibility? Their responsibility. Responsibility is noun here, and there is adjective. So which is possessive adjective. Okay. And here we go with the last type, that is exclamatory adjective. So they're used in exclamatory sentences, and you know that usually in exclamatory sentences they use with what or sometimes how. So you can see with what there is noun. How usually come with adjectives. So therefore you can understand what an idea it is. If we put this sentence completely, it will be like this: what an idea it is. Okay, and here you may get exclamatory mark like this. So in this case, what describes or talks more about idea? So idea is a noun in this example. What describes it? So therefore it is exclamatory adjective. What folly? So folly is noun, and what refers to it, so therefore it is exclamatory adjective. Okay, so that's all about adjectives. Any questions so far?